Like it. Alright, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. Before I start, I want to give all honors and glories and praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAH, QADASH, Yahawah, which is the one true name of the Heavenly Father, YAHAWASHI, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but his one true name is YAHAWASHI. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, because those are the men who I've learned this truth from through the spirit and power of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Yahawah, which is the one true name of the Heavenly Father, YAHAWASHI, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, whose one true name is YAHAWASHI. And shalom to you, sincere brother, scattered about, push forth this word, truth, sincerity. I'm the brother Mashiach RACHAA from the servants of YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI camp, Las Vegas, Nevada branch. And pretty much in this lesson, it's going to be titled as Learn How to Be Merciful. All right, we have to learn to be merciful, learn how to be merciful. And, I seen the lesson of an elder of GMS go into this. Now, this is addressed to all the affiliate camps. All the camps out there that's affiliates, you're not in GMS, but you're under the banner of GMS, like myself. All right, all affiliates out there, this is for you brothers, whether you're in a camp, whether you're in an affiliate camp, or you're just on your own in the truth. All right, we have to learn to be merciful. And I'm speaking for myself first and foremost. Every time I do my lessons, I address them to myself first and foremost, always. Shalom to you, sincere brother Yahawah reigns forever. Shalom, beloved. But this lesson isn't directed to anybody out there. So I'm gonna say this: video discretion is advised. This is not directed to any individual out there. If you are an individual out there, before I start this lesson, that has a problem with what I say in this lesson, you have a problem with what I say in this lesson, you can either comment and tell me or whatever, and I'll let you know if I'm referring to you. But I'm not referring nothing to anybody, because every time you got brothers right now that's doing videos, right? Or brothers is doing camp videos, and you have other brothers out there that's assuming that brothers is talking about them, and they're not doing that. So before I even start this lesson, it's gonna be titled as all the offshoot brothers. All the offshoot brothers, and shalom to my big bro Mathatia right there. Shalom Mathatia. I'm sure, let's see. I'm not sure if you're a moderator, but I gotta make you a moderator. And shalom to the brother Bayan Yasharala. Shalom, beloved brothers. That's a beloved brother, Mathatia of Virginia. Shalom to that brother. I still got the necklace you gave me too, beloved. Yahawah. But yeah, we gotta learn to be merciful, man. All right. There's a thing going on amongst brothers in the truth, and you have brothers that are quick to rebuke. All right, they're quick to put individuals out there. And like I said, I'm gonna get scriptures out, but I want to do a testimony. All right. Us over here in SOYWY, we started out with 13 guys in our camp. There was originally 13 of us. Long story short, down the line, you had individuals not wanting to do the works. You had individuals completely falling out of the truth. They just fell out without even letting us know. We had individuals that had the doubtful spirit on them, and they just said that they just couldn't do the works. We even had individuals that were doing usury of brothers in our camp that we had to let go. So we had many different brothers. We're down to 8 guys now. We started with 13 and we dropped down to 8 individuals. We just now got a new member out there that joined our camp, which is now makes 8. But we had to get rid of a lot of individuals. But notice, all those individuals that fell out, I've never did a rebuking lesson on them. I've never done a rebuking lesson on them. If you can go on my channel and you can look, this isn't directed to any brother out there. I'm just saying in general for us. Over here at SOYWY, every single brother that we either kicked out or let go, we never did a rebuking lesson on them. Why? Because there is a thing of called being merciful. You don't know if brothers is going to come back into the truth or not. You don't know that. So for individuals out there, that's quick to do these rebukes, or quick to go out there and put individuals out there as an example, it's not a good thing. Now, I'll put myself out there. Brothers have seen me do rebukes on people. But when I do rebukes, they either teach coming at me on my comment board with bugged out doctrines. They say stuff like they claim they're the Messiah. They're either teaching something contrary to the scriptures, or you may have women coming on my comment board saying things out of order. I never put any brother that fell out of the truth, I never put them out there as an example, because I wouldn't want that shit to happen to me. I don't do that shit. So I'm not directing this to any brother, but I just want to get scriptures out there because I seen an elder do a lesson on this. And I shared his lesson, and it was very edifying. We have to learn to be merciful. Because look, we fucking fall short. I fall short. We all fall short in this truth. Whether it don't even gotta be with just falling out. I'm sure brothers that's off camera commit iniquities. We all commit iniquities, right? The scriptures say our rags is as filthy rags. So for us to go and quickly rebuke a brother and put their face all on the video, that's totally wrong. That's not cool. Because if that was you, you wouldn't like it. I'm speaking for myself first and foremost. I wouldn't like it. Even me, I was put up as an example before. For you brothers that may not know, I was put up as an example before. And an elder did it. And when he did it, he didn't get the full information. He just up and just put me up as an example as I was scamming brothers. And that was false information because somebody hacked into my Facebook account. So I'm just saying as an example, that has happened to me before. So I don't do that shit. So I'm just letting brothers know we gotta learn to be merciful, because at the end of the day, the Lord is merciful on us every day. We committed iniquities that we don't even know that are iniquities. That's why we have to repent on a daily basis. So Salakia for the rambling, I just want to get a testimony out. We had 13 guys in our camp in SOYWY, and we had to let a lot of them go. Brothers fell out. We had a brother that was young. He was about, I'll say 18, going on 19 years old. I'm not going to say his name. He was just like the other brother that's recently, with his situation of him falling out. We had a brother like that was in our camp. He was only 18 years old. His mom wouldn't let him be in the truth, certain things like that. But the brother, instead of him coming to us, talking to us, letting us know, he fell out of the truth. And he didn't tell us that nothing at all. He didn't let us know in our chat that he fell out. He just fell out. He just fell out, took himself off of our chat, just stopped talking to brothers, completely fell out, stopped doing camp lessons, stopped doing lessons. And I'm in our chat, and then one of our brothers like, hey, this individual left the chat a month ago. We didn't find out the brother left the chat until a whole entire month ago. So I'm looking like, what the hell was going on? So I'm getting a hold of brothers that's in our camp. I'm getting a hold of the second lead in command, third lead in command, fourth lead. I'm like, what's going on? This individual left our camp about a whole month ago. Didn't even know. So me and the brother talked. I asked him what's going on. He told me the same thing. It's not. He can't. Teach or all this other stuff. He was young. Brother's young. He was doing. I ain't gonna tell his business. He's working and stuff. He just graduated from high school. Brother knew the scriptures very well. Brother knew the breakdowns very well. Knew the secular history through the spirit way more than I did. You know what I mean? The brother's only 17, 18 years old. He knew how to break down Daniel 7. I got witnesses. Brother can tell you, this brother can break down Daniel 7 very good. He can go into the secular history. He can do all that. He was teaching me and the brother Gadal Hebrew. And this brother's only 17, 18 years old. But when he fell out of our camp, he just completely fell out without even contacting us. I could have put him up as an example, but I didn't do that. Brothers wanted to do it. Some brothers wanted to do it in our camp. I said, no, don't do that. Because we don't know. We don't know what his lot is. Maybe one day he'll come back. So Salakia for rambling, but I just wanted to bring that testimony out. We had a brother in our camp that was young that fell out. He fell out without even letting us know. I talked to the brother. We had our conversation, but we got to learn to be merciful, man. We can't just go out here and just start, just persecuting brothers, putting a picture up. Oh, this brother, this brother, that. I don't do that though. Any brother that's tuning in, you brothers can look at my channel. I have not done that to any brother in the truth. I have not put their picture up. I have not done that. Now, I may mention individuals. I don't say their name. I may mention we had an individual that we had to let go because he had the doubt. We let that brother go for his purposes because he might come back strong. We don't know. But you got brothers that's quickly condemning brothers out here, and that's just not how things are to be done. So Salakia, I rambled long enough. Let's get to this precept. This is Ephesians 4:31, right? And it says, let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice. Because you don't want to have a malice. You don't want to have bitterness. At the end of the day, you are working out your own salvation in this truth. If an individual gets, let's say for example, if an individual get kicked out of GMS, who are we to do a rebuke on him? He's not number one. He's not in our camp. Number two, that doesn't have nothing to do with you at the end of the day. So why would you put that individual up as an example if he falls out? But now if the individual falls out of the camp and he just goes out and just start teaching bugged out doctrine, okay, now it's time to review because he's teaching something that's contrary to the scriptures. You see that? But you got other brothers in here that's being bitter, that had bitterness or bitter against other individuals, and now they're going up creating lives, and they're supposed to be rebuking brothers, but they're doing it out of emotion. They're doing things out of feelings, out of emotions. And what did the elders say? They say, leave your emotions at the door. They tell us that, leave your emotions at the door. So you're not supposed to be letting your feelings get into this thing. I'm speaking for me first. I'm speaking for myself first and foremost. I'm not directing this to anybody. I'm speaking first and foremost. The more longer in your journey you are in this truth, the more humbler you want to become. You want to avoid the pride demon, right? You want to avoid the pride demon, and you want to avoid the discourse demon. Because those two things right there can have you fall out of the truth. The discourse demon and the pride demon. Those two demons right there can cause you to fall out. And that's why brothers gotta go on a fast. We're already headed to the Passover. You gotta go on a fast. You should be, that's why the scriptures say to examine yourself, right? Inspect yourself. Look at the things you're doing, your behavior. Look back and think like, okay, did I do that right? I'm speaking for myself. This is how I think. Okay, did I do that right? Did I say these things in the right manner? Did I do this right? Did I do that right? What have I done? Have I done anything wrong? That's why Elder Apostle Rumler, he did a lesson about this 2 years ago, about exhortation. He said what to say. He said, watch what you say, watch what you teach, watch what you do, watch the things that you do even among brethren. You got to be mindful of that, because the things that you do, the Lord, you got to remember this. Everything that you're doing, the Lord is watching everything you're doing, including me. The Lord is watching everything I'm doing, whether I'm on camera right now speaking, whether I'm off camera. The Lord is watching everything I'm doing. The Lord is watching everything you brothers individually is doing. I'm talking to the offshoot camps. You offshoot camps. I would name camps right now, because I know a lot of you brothers that's offshoots. Some of you brothers have camps, and some of you brothers are solo. I know a lot of you brothers, man. I can name your camps right now. All of you brothers, including myself. The discourse among us has to stop. It has to stop. Because what it's doing is it's getting to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and it's fucking up the ministry. I'm just saying in general. You want to avoid that. Again, we're not in GMS. To you offshoot brothers, we're not in GMS. But we're still products of GMS. We're GMS in the spirit. So the things that we do, it affects the ministry. The discourse that we're doing it's affecting the ministry. It's affecting the ministry. The elders is getting notices of it. That shit has to stop, man. We have to let things go. If brothers getting into their feelings, you're telling brothers they're pussies, they're ass kissers. No, at the end of the day, we're working out our salvations. You losing the whole point of the reason why you're in the truth. There's no brothers here being ass kissers. We're working out our salvation. We have to respect our parents. So I guess respecting my parent is an ass kisser, and it ain't directed to this individual, you at all. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. Let's get back to the precept though. Verse 31. It says, let all bitterness, wrath, and anger, and clamor, right, and evil speaking be put away from among you with malice. Verse 32, it says, and be ye kind, right, one to another, and tenderhearted, and forgiving one another. Because that's the thing. A lot of us ain't doing that. A lot of us, we're not being forgiving among brethren. You got brothers having discourse. You having brothers that's over here fucking being malicious. They being caught up in their feelings. They being prideful. Brothers is telling you, hey man, don't do this. You know what I mean? Don't do this. Don't do that. Right? We got to do things in what's the scripture? Let all things be done decently and in order. Right? Brothers is trying to speak against that. You got individuals talking about you guys are ass kissers. You guys are this. You guys are that. But hey, brother, we got to be in a merciful mind. We got to be humble. And that's one thing I've learned since I've been in this truth. I always learned humility. I don't give a fuck. I've been in truth 8 years. Other brothers been in the truth shorter than me, and they have. I'm just saying in general, being this thing shorter than me, I'm not going to look down on them. Well, I've been in the truth longer than you, so you can't tell me nothing. No, that's the spirit of pride. You want to avoid that. The more longer in your journey you want to be, the more humbler the more longer in your journey you are, the more humbler you want to be. Brothers in the truth, that ain't been in the truth. I've been in the truth longer than them. I have brothers rebuke me. Hey, you did this wrong, you did that wrong. Oh, Salak, the water. I don't. Oh, who are you to tell me? You can't tell me nothing. No. You know what I mean? Because, hey, we're all learning. We're all learning. It's all humility, man. You can't have the spirit of bitterness. That's a demon, man. You don't want that. You don't want that. I'm speaking for myself first and foremost. Ephesians 4:32. It says, "And be ye kind to one another." If a brother falls out of the truth, hey, he fell out of the truth. But it don't give you the right to quickly do a rebuke on the individual, especially if the individual is not teaching. He didn't teach no false doctrine. He didn't speak up against the elders and apostles of the great millstone. He didn't do any of that. You can't take it upon yourself to take matters into your own hands. And that's big bro. Manatazak of Inglewood. Shalom, beloved big bro. Shalom. I love that big bro. But yeah, the water. The brother even said it. He perfectly said the spirit order is a must. Order is a must, man. Because at the end of the day, who are we? Right? I'm gonna use a quote that big bro YAHAWASHI said. We're nothing but men in the clay, man. We're nothing but men in the clay. Right? We're nothing but men in the clay. We are used vessels for the Lord at the end of the day. Who are you to condemn another brother when you just is making as much as falls as the next brother? And you might not even be of the elect. You condemning another brother about him, but how do you know that you're the elect? You can be a 2/3. You can be in the truth doing all the works, and you can be a 2/3. You don't know that. You can be a 2/3. You can think that you're teaching and doing things right, you're doing the works and doing all that, and you can wind up being a 2/3. You don't know that. That's why the scriptures say you pray without ceasing. Because you can be a brother to go to camp every once a week. You can do 3 videos every single day. You can know all the breakdowns. You can know all that and be in a congregation of 2/3. You don't know that. You don't know that. None of us know that. Each and every one of us individually is what? Working out our own salvation, playing our own lots out. We don't know what our lot is. I don't even know what my lot is. So for brothers, that's an offshoot to quickly condemn another brother. You're wrong for that. If he's not teaching false doctrine, he didn't teach nothing. He didn't speak up against the elders. He didn't do any of that. And the brother was young. Again, we had a brother in our camp that was young too. He was about 17, 18 years old. He left our camp. He left our camp without even telling us nothing. He didn't tell us anything. I could have did a rebuking lesson. I could have said, this brother, he's unsincere. He just left our camp. He just fell out. He didn't get no contact to us. He didn't do any of that. He just left our camp. He's a demon. I could have did that. What I do? I did not do that because that brother was going through stuff. He couldn't even teach. His mom was on his head about teaching the scriptures. He used to call us, man, I can't teach because my mother and my, this going on, this and that. The brother fell out. I never did a rebuking lesson on him. I'm not going to mention his name. Brothers in our camp, we know who this individual is. Hey, big bro, I'm on a boss. Shalom, big bro. Yeah, Khan. See, brother said a lot of Jake getting big-headed. Khan, you can't get, that's a spirit, man. We can't be big-headed in this truth. Now, if an individual is coming out, like I said, me, when I do rebukes, either be an individual comment on my comment board. I had an individual 2 days ago. He came on my comment board. He said he was the Messiah. I investigated the individual. He said, Assalamu alaikum, shalom. He's teaching 2 different doctrines. I'm going to do a rebuke on him. Number 1, you're not the Messiah. Number 2, you're teaching bugged out doctrine. And then you're on your videos, you're showing yourself smoking weed. You're completely bugged out. You're going to do a rebuking lesson on that. But if a brother individually sincerely just falls out of truth, he just fell out of truth because, he's young and the things that you don't know what that brother's going through. You're not going to do no rebuke on him because you don't know what he's going through, But you got brothers that's quick to do these things. Hey, it is what it is. But just know, what you do, it affects the ministry. And what it do, it affects you too. Because you're condemning a brother about the things that he's doing, but you might not be of the elect. You don't know that you're the elect. None of us know. I don't even know if I'm the elect, right? Condemning a brother, you make yourself feel good, but you don't know if you're the elect. So condemning another brother, you want to be careful for that. You want to be mindful of those things. This is Psalms 15, and I'm going to get out verse 1. Psalms 15 and 1, right? And it says, Lord, who shall abide in, I think, hold on, Salaki. It's Proverbs 15, Salaki. Proverbs 15 and 1. All right? It's Proverbs 15 and 1, Salaki. It's Proverbs 15 and 1. It says, a soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. See, grievous words stir up anger, right? Grievous. You say things out of things that you did not mean to say to another brother. You just said out of your feelings. Or you may be, and this is the thing too, like an elder, I forgot what elder said this, but it was Elder Jim as he said, be careful for fake akim. The brother Amath the brother Amath, that's what big bro I'm about, right? Amath your eyes, right? He even did a lesson about that. Don't be telling brothers that you You know, you think your brother and telling them easy your business because they can go and use it against you. You know, so you got to be careful for individuals in the truth. Not every single brother is a brother either. Just because he's reading the Bible, he's teaching the scriptures, and he's giving double honor to the elders, apostles, great millstone, that don't make him a brother. He could be a demon the whole fucking time, man. And that's another thing that's among the offshoots. You brothers is thinking this brother's a brother, you tell him your secrets, and then when you reveal that he's a demon, now you done told him all your business, and what he's using this shit against you now. Now he's speaking up against you now. So we gotta be mindful, and we gotta be careful for these things. We gotta be mindful, we gotta be careful for these things. We gotta learn to be merciful. Because hey, we sin every day. The Lord is being merciful with us. We sin every day, right? That's what it says. Our rags is as filthy rags, man. We're not perfect. That's why we got to be changed, right? Like other Apostle Barak, Apostle Ram, Apostle R said, we're going to be changed once we out of these bodies. But right now, we're in what? A lower state. We're in a oppressed state. We're in a corrupt state, right? So it's easy to fall off in his flesh. It's easy to go off in his flesh. When YAHAWASHI comes back, he's going to give us perfect bodies. We ain't gonna have faint bodies and doing all this wicked shit, you know, that's going on now. Everything we're doing right now, you know, we gotta endure through those hardships and those times. But for you offshoot brothers, man, all you offshoot brothers, even me, I'm an offshoot brother. We may not be literally in GMS, but we're GMS in the spirit. Everything we do, it affects the elders. It does. Even though we may not be in their camp, we still give a double honors. What we do, it affects the ministry. It affects the truth. It affects the brotherhood. All the discourse and the pride, that shit gotta go, man. That shit gotta go because it's not beneficial to you. It's not beneficial to me or anybody else in this truth, right? Proverbs 15:1. It says, "A soft answer turn away wrath, right? And grievous words stir up anger." See, so you want to be mindful of that. You want to be careful of that. You know, individuals get caught up in their feelings. You know, brothers is oh, this brother's doing this brother's doing that. You know, or this brother fell out of truth. And you got a brother taking a picture of him and putting them all on there and letting everybody see this brother fell out. That's not being brotherly, man. That's not being brotherly. That's not being brotherly. Because again, you don't know if you're the elect. You doing that, but you're not sure if you're the elect. How do you know that you're the elect? You quickly to rebuke a brother, especially if the brother ain't did nothing. He just, you know, it wasn't for him. You could go and just upload and just say this brother's wicked, this brother fell out. No, you don't know his situation, man. None of us know his situation. You know, we have our own things that we're going through. That's the beloved brother Damawathia too, of GMS and his likeness of Orlando. Shalom, beloved YAHAWASHI Barakatah. But Salakia for the ramble. Let me get to the scriptures, man. Because I have the spirit of ramble. You know, so I gotta work on that more. This is Matthew 6:14, and I want to get this out too. This is Matthew 6 and verse 14. Matthew 6:14, and this is what YAHAWASHI said. He said, "For if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you." See, so you gotta forgive another brother's trespasses, man. You can't just sit there and literally hold a grudge against them because you can be destroyed for that. Holding grudges against brothers, you know, holding grudges against brothers, having deep down in your spirit, you have a grudge against this individual, a grudge against this brother. That's not good. That's not a good spirit to be in. This is why we examine the things we do, man. I'm speaking for myself first and foremost. I am not perfect. I am not better than no man. I am not better than no man. I'm a regular carnal man in this flesh, dealing with my hardships just as much as you brothers are dealing with your hardships. We all dealing with these hardships. So all we have is each other, man. That's all we have at the end of the day. But if you hold a discourse against this brother, you got a problem against this brother, you being prideful, or you being a kiss ass, you know, oh, you a kiss ass, you're this, you're that. It ain't about that. We're working out our salvation. We want to be humble. We want to be humble. Look what Sakari doing right now. They learned from the elders. They studied under the elders. They actually got to meet the elders. Us offshoots, we never even met them. I mean, I met Elder Karatas at GMS Las Vegas, but I'm just saying they were literally in GMS. They learned the basics. But then what? Later through time, they just got the spirit of pride on them. Now you can't tell them dudes nothing. They teaching their own doctrines. They got their own baseball caps on. They're a perfect example to see in the ministry. And it's like, yo, you don't want to be in that spirit. The Lord is showing you an example. He's showing you like, look, these guys right here. Look at the things that they're doing. And that's what the thing that is leading into you offshoot camps. You guys are linking up with ex-members that got kicked out. They getting upset and they drawing you out of the truth. We've been seeing these things. We've been seeing these things, man. You know, it's the beloved brother, SOYWY, Labanapah, Shalom, beloved. the brother of Texas, SOYWY. It says 1 John 3:15. It says, whosoever, that's the spirit I was going to get this precept about. It says, whosoever hated his brother is a murderer. You see that? It says, and ye know that no murderer have eternal life abiding in him. Woo! You see that? So you're supposed to love your brother, right? The scriptures also say to bury another one's burdens. You're supposed to uplift a brother. We got to be charitable. And this is the thing. A lot of brothers, that's, you new guys in this thing. You guys are maybe 2 years, 3 years, 4 years in this truth. Tops. You guys come into this thing and you're still learning the fundamentals of how to be or how to carry yourself. You're still learning those things. It's a learning process. We got a lot of brothers that's coming into this thing and they're causing a lot of discourse, right? They're causing a lot of discourse, a lot of pride, and it's just a cycle that you gotta learn to overcome. And if that individual or any brother has a problem with what I'm saying in this video, and you feel that I'm directed to you, I'm not mentioning your name. I'm not directing to you. I'm speaking to me first and foremost. Any lesson I do, I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. I'm not perfect. I don't do all that like I'm just this high and mighty guy. I'm just this high and mighty guy. No, I have flaws too. We all have flaws in this truth. We all have flaws in truth, but it comes with being merciful. We got to be merciful among brethren, man. You're speaking for me too. We got to be merciful. This is Matthew 6:14. For if ye forgive men their trespasses, it says your heavenly Father will also forgive you. Verse 15. But if ye forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. So if you condemning another brother off of the things that he's done, right? The mistakes that he has done, or if he fell out of the truth as an example, or he fell out, and you just holding these type of grudges or holding these type of things against him, and you just making it seem like you ain't got no flaws, and that makes you hypocritical. Because I know off camera you have flaws. We all have flaws. And that Laban Napash, or you are witness, we had a lot of individuals in our camp that we had to let go, and we did not do no rebuking lessons. Laban Napash is one of them. The brother SOY of Texas, he's my witness. And if my second leading command was on here to tell you too, we had guys that we had to let go. We did not do no rebuking lesson on them. We didn't put them up as an example. We didn't do any of that. The only time I do that is when the individual is teaching something false. You teaching something false. You teaching something contrary, right? You telling me that you're the Messiah in the flesh, or you telling me you're King David, or you pushing that you're already in New Covenant. Yeah, you're gonna get rebuked on those things, but you do not condemn a brother, especially of the situation that he's going through. I didn't do that. I'm just saying for me. I'm not putting this towards any brother. I'm saying for me, I have not done that. I don't get down like that. I don't do that, bro, because that's not right. This is the beloved brother. This is the beloved Fisher Turner. So Shalom, beloved YAHAWASHI Mashai Barakatah. So Rock 28:2. It says, forgive thy brother. It says, the hurt that he have done unto thee, so shall thy sins also be forgiven when thou prayest. See? Because the Lord has mercy on us. Lord has mercy on us. So if you're not going to be merciful to another brother, then the Lord ain't going to be merciful unto you. That's why the scripture said in Matthew 6:15, you got to forgive your brother their transgression. We all fall short. And we're in these flesh. These flesh ain't fucking perfect. I'm 31 years old. I got knee problems. I think I freaking sprained my wrist just working out yesterday. This wrist is sprained as hell. We got corrupt bodies. These bodies is carnal. That's why in the kingdom we're gonna be perfect, man. Lord willing, we the elect. We're gonna be perfect. We ain't gonna be dealing with the things we're dealing with right now, man. We're not gonna be dealing with that. But this is just a lot of discourses going on right now among the brotherhood, man. And I'm just saying in general, this, individuals quickly rebuking brothers and putting them on the channel, and brothers is trying to correct you and try to put you in the right manner, and you still gonna be talking back to brothers. That's just not good, man. That just shows that you don't have humility, and your spirit is more. You don't work on your spirit, and I'm speaking for myself. That's why I try to work on that, because I'm no better than no man. I'm no better than no man, man. I got my own afflictions too. I'm just saying in general, brothers is quick. They quick to do those rebukes. I'm talking about individuals that's in the truth that may have fell out or may have went this way, that way. You quickly to go up and just do a rebuke. We don't do that. This is 1 John 5. Let me get that out. This is 1 John 4 and 1 John 4:21. This is 1 John 4:21. And let's read this. Actually, I started at verse 21, actually. And it says 1 John 4 and verse 19. This is 1 John 4 and 19. It says, it says we love him because he first loved us. Verse 20, it says, if a man say, I love Yahawah Bashimashai and hateth his brother, you see, it says he is a liar, for he that loveth, it says, for he that loveth not his brother whom he have seen, how can he love the Most High whom he have not seen? So how can you say you love the Most High? How can you say that you love the Most High, right? When you hate your own brother? Yep, I see that brother. I see him. TJ Jamson. He says, "Are tattoos a sin? I was considering getting some, but I want to do more research." Slack your brother TJ Jamson. Put that more on my comment board, and I'll do a lesson about that, because I do lessons all the time. But if you ever have a chance, don't put it on this live. Just put it in the comment, on an actual comment board, not on the live. Not on the live. Yeah. Yep. See, the beloved brother told you. See, the beloved brother Damawathia, he told you they're unlawful. I got these when I was young, way before I came into the truth, man. If I would have known, I wouldn't have got them. You know, and that's why again, man, this is why again we gotta be merciful, man. Because look, this for me as an example. Look, I got these before I even came into the truth. If I'd have known about it, I wouldn't have got them. Yep. Why Labana Posh? He shared it for you. Hey, Shalom, big bro. Big bro Shapal the 12 bot. Shalom, big bro. Nah, you good, beloved. It's just that we're doing a live lesson right now, and it's going into learn to be merciful. But I know you're trying to learn, you're trying to get the truth. You know, hey, it's all good, beloved. It's all good. This is 1 John 4, and I first start at verse 19. It says, we love him. It says, we love him because he loved us. Verse 20. If a man say, I love the Most High, see, we all say that. We love Yahweh Shemashai. You know, we rehearsing the righteous acts. We having a faith. We going through these temptations. We overcoming these afflictions. We get through them. You know, we working out our salvation. We're adoring to the end. We're doing this, doing that. You know, we're speaking of the Lord. We're doing all these things, right? Just using that as an example. If a man say, I love Yahawah Bashimashai, right, and hate his own brother, you still have a grudge against his brother, though. That kind of makes you hypocritical, though, because you're not having mercy on your own brother, but the Lord is having mercy on you every day. Again, like Elder Nazakba said, we're not even able to keep the laws perfectly. There's laws that you could be breaking, and you don't even know that you're breaking. So for you to quickly condemn another brother, that's not right. Especially if he's not teaching false doctrine, right? He's not speaking up against the elders. When we can use examples, I'm not going to use other individuals as examples, but we've seen the examples of individuals that got rebuked for the actions that they have done. That's the thing, the actions that individuals have done. If they're not teaching false doctrine, if they're not, being a bug out on your channel, stuff like that, there's reasons to rebuke on certain times. There's a time when to do it, there's a time not to. There's a time to do it, there's a time not to. This is Big Bro Shapal. Shapal the 12 Ba. This is Sirach 18:13. It says the mercy of man is toward his neighbor. You see that? So we got to be merciful amongst one another, right? It says, but the mercy of the Lord is upon all flesh. You see that? Because what? We sin every day. You can be breaking a law right now and you don't know. This is why again we have mercy. Because you can be breaking a law that you don't even know that you're breaking. You think you're all good, and you can be breaking a law that you don't even know that you're breaking. You see that? So this is why the Lord have mercy on us. So we got to be merciful amongst each other. We're going to fall in these flesh. We're not perfect. The elders said it many times in their lessons that we're not perfect. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. We're not perfect. All right? We're not perfect. It says, but the mercy of the Lord is upon all flesh. It says, he reproveth. That word rebuke, it means to reprove. That word reprove means correction. That's what it means, right? Reprove it, right? And nurture it and teach it and bring it again as a shepherd his flock. See, so the Lord may have you to a time where you may fall out. But hey, maybe the Lord is probably working on you more to become better. When you come back, you might be like the elder was saying in his previous video this morning that he did. The beloved elder, he did a lesson about being merciful. A brother can fall in truth and come back and be way more powerful than he was when he fell out. You don't know that. As I said, you could be a brother that's doing lessons, do 3 videos every day, going to camp, knowing all the breakdowns, know everything in the Hebrew. You can speak LaShawan QADASH very well. You can be very diligent, and you could be a 2/3. That can happen too. You could be a 2/3 and not know it. So at the end of the day, This is why we are abounding in grace and we pray without ceasing. Because you can be doing all the works. You can be one of the most liked brothers, and you can be an offshoot individual and be liked by all the elders and brothers in GMS and be recognized and still wind up being a 2/3. That can happen too. That's why you want to walk circumspectly, right? It says not as fools, but as wise. So you don't want to get the burden of I've been in truth longer than that brother, so you can't tell me shit, or you're an ass kisser, this and that. No, you getting into your feelings. That's women shit. We are men. We are men. That's the thing. We are men. We're not women. Women do that. You try to go back and forth, dissing brothers and all that. That's not how you do things. That's not how you do. That's immature, man. That is immature. And it's not directed to that individual. It's in general. If he has a problem with it, then I'm sorry, but it ain't directed to you. I ain't mention your name. I ain't saying anything. I'm just saying there's discourse amongst the offshoots, and that shit has to stop, bro. That shit has to stop. I dealt with it last year with another individual. Brothers know who it was. I dealt with this same shit that the beloved brother's going through right now. And tell me about it. It's just causing discourse among brotherhood. The offshoots, you guys gotta stop that. We gotta carry ourselves and we gotta be circumspect. And we gotta be conductive of how we handle things, man. This is the beloved same brother. Sirach 18:14. It says, he have mercy on them that receive discipline. And that's the thing. We gotta learn to be disciplined, man. Right? If a brother rebuke you, hey, the water, man. Hey, I didn't mean to do that. Easily, you could have just fixed it. Brothers giving you a heads up. You know, I have talks with brothers. I had talks with brother. I had a talk with this beloved. If you don't mind me speaking, I had a talk with QADASH Shabbat 12 off camera. Spoke with Big Bro Azanama. We have our conversations. You know, it's a way to things to be done, man. It comes with humility. It just comes with humility. It says, he have mercy on them that receive discipline, and that discipline seek after his judgments, right? My son, blemish not thy good deeds, neither use uncomfortable words when thou, right? When thou givest anything. So you got to be careful. That's why the scriptures even say, be thou, and going back to that First Timothy, I think it's 4, right? Where it says, be thou, I love that precept because it says, be thou an example unto the believers. This is why we be careful of what we do. This is why we be careful what we say. This is why we be careful of the actions, how we do, and it's true. I'm speaking for myself first and foremost. Not talking to you brothers, not directing it to another individual. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. I try to be more humble. I don't care. I try to work on that. And I learned that from Big Bro Zion when he through the Spirit of the Lord directed me into the truth. He taught me about humility. That's one of the first things I learned about being in the truth is humility. Because that is important. The pride demon, it can cause you to fall out of truth. Discourse and pride, those two right there, the main one, discourse and pride, it can cause you to fall out of truth. You can be destroyed for doing that too. Being prideful, causing discourse, causing strife, being a busybody, that can cause you to fall out of truth. 1 Peter 5:2, it says, feed the flock. That's a beautiful precept. It says, feed the flock which is among you, taking oversight thereof, not by constraint, right? But willingly, not for filthy luxury, but of ready mind. And that's how we gotta be, man. We gotta learn these things. We gotta learn to be sincere, learn to be brotherly, learn to be charitable. Yes, rehearsing righteous acts, that's great. Yes, having a faith, that's great. But one of the main things too that YAHAWASHI reminded us is letting brotherly love continue, right? We got to be charitable among brethren. You got to be charitable. That's one of the most important things in the truth too, is being charitable. That's a part of the law, right? That's a part of the law. You got to be charitable among brethren. Be among brethren. This is Hebrews. So like I'm going to ram this up because I'm rambling a lot. This is Hebrews 13:1. And I want to get this out. The water brothers for sharing precepts. This is Hebrews 13:1, right? Hebrews 13:1. And it says, let brotherly love continue. See, you got to let brotherly love continue. Hebrews 13:1, let brotherly love continue. So you are to let brotherly love continue. You know, again, we're no better than nobody. I'm no better than no man. We're no better than nobody. We are being used vessels for the Lord, right? We're rehearsing the righteous acts to the best of our ability, and we're mainly having a faith. And we're mainly what? We're examining ourselves, studying to self-approve, studying to show ourselves approved, what? Working on ourselves, right? These are things that we're trying to do. Same brother, 1 Peter 5:3. It says, neither as being lords over Yahweh's heritage by being examples to the flock. And that's a beautiful precept because that's what it's about. We're being a perfect example. We're trying to be the best example possible. Scripture say, be thou an example to the unbelievers in word, in charity, right? in in word, in charity, in conversation, right? We gotta examine those things. We gotta be careful for those things. You know, we gotta be mindful of these things. This isn't attacking no brother. You know, that lesson that the beloved brother Shapar or the 12 sent to me, man. I watched that video, man. That lesson, man, that teaches even me, even if it's directed to another brother. That even taught me learn to be more merciful. We gotta learn to be more merciful, man. We gotta learn to be as offshoots, man. We gotta be more merciful. Because at the end of the day, the main thing is that you're working out your salvation in this thing. Nobody in this truth can save you. You can have all the subscribers. I'm talking about those individuals that's focused on those things. You can try to get all the subscribers that you want. You can do all the condemning that you want. But guess what? You are working out your own salvation in this thing. And it's up to the Lord if you're going to be the elect or not at the end of the day. So that's what you want to be mindful of. Because at the end of the day, we're all walking on eggshells, including myself. That's why consistently, I pray to the Lord for mercy. I pray for brothers out there. I be praying for you brothers, man. To you brothers I don't know, to you brothers that I do know. You brothers that I don't know in the truth, that's in the truth. And you brothers that I do know that's in the truth. I pray for you guys all the time, even myself. Because we all walking on eggshells. We're all walking on eggshells. And you don't know. Any one of us can be that individual to be shifted out of the truth. You know, that's what makes this scary. You can be you can be shifted out of the truth. You can be shifted out of the truth. That can happen to you. You got brothers that say, oh, that won't happen to me. You don't know. You're not the Lord. You are not the Lord. You can be shifted out of the truth. You don't know that. It don't matter how much you know or not. You can still be shifted out of the truth. You can't stop that from happening. Everything is in the Lord's hands, right? Men's goings are the Lord. This is Mark 12 and verse 29. It says, and Yahawashi answered him. It says, the first of all the commandments is Israel. It says, hear, O Israel, the Lord our power is one. Right? Verse 30, it says, and thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart, meaning all thy mind, with all thy soul, right? And with all thy mind and with all thy strength. That's the first commandment. And the second is likely, namely this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. That's a law. You are to love thy neighbor as thyself, right? And it says, there is none other commandment greater than these. So we got to be charitable among brethren. We got to be charitable among brethren. Person quickly just seeing something and they quickly just posted their picture up there. And you don't even know what's going on. You just up and just rushing to do it just to get the clout. You talking about other brothers getting clout, you're doing it. And that's making you as an individual as a bad example. And that's something that I try to avoid myself. I don't want that. You know, you putting yourself in a bad situation. You don't want that. Now you put up as a bad situation. You're put up as a bad situation, a bad individual. You don't want that. Right? And I'm gonna get that Philippians. This is Philippians 2 and 12. And I see the big bro 12 on the bottom. He got a precept. I'm gonna get that out too in a minute, big bro. Let me get this precept out real quick. This is Philippians. Right? I'm gonna get this Philippians out. See if I can get it. This is I want to get that Philippians 2 and 12 out. This is love it. All right. This is Philippians 2 and 12. See if I can get it. Here it is right here. Salakia. This is Philippians chapter 2 and verse 12, right? And it says, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. So you want to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. At the end of the day, to the offshoots, even the brothers, started from our elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down to the sincere brothers in GMS, our big bros, all the big bros and elders and bishops that's in GMS, all the way down to you offshoots like myself. All of us is working our own salvation individually. Nobody in GMS, I said this before, nobody in GMS can save us. Not Elder Karaza, none of them. Not Elder Menachzakba, Elder Pastor, none of them can save us in the truth. You are working out your own salvation. Nobody in GMS can save you. You can be at the camps 24/7. Nobody can save you but the Lord. This is why, again, we learn from them as offshoots. We grow in the truth and we start doing the works. We do 3 videos. We try to do 3 videos every day. If not, 3 videos within a week. And we go out and teach. And let brotherly love continue. We're working on ourselves in this thing. So for other individuals out there that's attacking other brothers, You don't know if you're the elect or not. So you're uploading and sharing another brother and putting him up as an example and talking about, oh, he's this, they ask kissers, this and that. You might not be of the elect. You can do all the works you want to. You can bring out all the scriptures. You can know the Hebrew. You can know the Greek. You can know the etymology of the RFID chip. You can know all that and still be a 2/3. You don't know that. That's why we are what? Working out our own salvation, examining ourselves, right? We'll examine ourselves, walking conducted to the best of our ability, right? Working on our salvation, mainly having the faith. Just by everything you're doing is by faith within itself. Going out to camp, right? Just doing 3 videos a day. That's all. That's what faith. Knowing you're Israelite. That's what faith. Prophesying, right? Learning. That's all with faith. Without faith, we wouldn't even be in this truth. None of us can make it in this truth without faith. We're all in this thing as a governed body, right? Many members in that one body. We're all doing this individually. Whether you're in a camp or not in a camp, you are still working out your own salvation individually. So at the end of the day, all that rebuking and not being merciful, you're putting yourself, think about that. You putting yourself individually as a separate person in a bad situation doing that. Because you are just as a filthy rag as the next brother. You are as a filthy rag just as much as the next brother. So who are you to condemn another brother? Who are you to put a brother? That's why I said when I do my rebukes, I said again, it be people that's coming on my comment board teaching something false. They come on my comment board saying they Messiah. You getting rebuked for that. We know that you're not the Messiah. Number 2, you coming up on here talking about you can smoke weed, or you coming up here saying that salvation is for everybody. Yeah, you're gonna get rebuked for those things because that's contrary to the doctrine. Oh, we're already new covenant. You're gonna be rebuked on that. But if a brother's doing something right, and he didn't do anything wicked at all, he just maybe it wasn't for him, whatever that was. You put the brother on as a bad example, that falls on you at the end of the day. You putting yourself in a bad situation because you're not being merciful. You're not being merciful, man. That includes everybody, even myself. We gotta learn to be merciful. And that comes with learning though. That's a learning process. That is a learning process, bro. That is. It's like it from rambling. Nobody in GMS can save you. This is why we're working out our salvation. We learn from them, give double honors, we do the works, we teach the truth, right? We do everything with faith. And that's the thing that you got to work on is being charitable, working on being charitable. I'm being charitable. We are all working on our salvation. We're learning, right? We're all apprentices. From you brothers to 6 months, to a year, 2 years, right? 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, right? 6 years, 7 years and up. We are all apprentices. We're all learning. We're all growing in this truth. We're all learning from our elders. We're giving double honors. We're growing in this truth. But you cannot condemn a brother, especially if you are just as corruptible as the next individual. That's the main point. We are all working out our salvation. Nobody can save you in this truth. And I'm just saying in general because individuals, they're getting caught up. I'm talking about the individuals that's out here, just causing strife and discourse. Causing strife and discourse, calling brothers ass kissers and stuff like that. No, that's not how things work. We gotta learn to be merciful. Because you can be a 2/3. You don't know that. You can be a 2/3. Nobody can save you in this truth at the end of the day. You're being a 2/3. I'm gonna read some precepts too in a minute. So like it. Luke 6:36, right? Nobody in this truth can save you. This is Luke 6 and verse 36. And it says, be ye therefore merciful. Be ye therefore merciful as your Father also is merciful. So that's the main point. We got to be merciful in this thing. And quickly rebuking for the wrong reasons, doing things out of discourse, doing things out of strife. That is not a good way to do things. That is not how you behave in the truth. And I'm speaking for myself first and foremost. I am no better. I said this the whole lesson. I am no better than no man. That's why when certain things happen with brothers, I didn't put no brothers up as an example. Malak, I'm one. You're my witness. We had 13 guys in our camp. Didn't brothers even fall out or we kicked them out? Or we had individuals that didn't even let us know he just fell out. Yeah, we didn't put him up as an example. We didn't put none of those individuals up as an example. We were merciful to them. Now, if they're coming up teaching false doctrine, yes, you're gonna get rebuked because that's contrary to the scriptures. But we never was quickly to just go and just attack an individual. We don't do that. We never did that. We don't do that. Now, if they teach a false doctrine, right, and teach a contrary, yeah, they're gonna get rebuked. But if a brother just falls out of truth, right, you don't know what his afflictions is, and you just go and just upload the individual and just start just calling this brother all types of certain stuff. You don't know what that individual is going through. Do you know him personally? Have you really literally sat down with that individual and had a decent conversation with him? No. But you just go and you just see this, and now you just put it all over YouTube, and then you just quickly rebuking the brother. You don't know what he's going through. And I would say the name Malak. I know I would say the brother's name, but the brother, he was like 17, 18 years old. The brother that we had in our camp, he was like 17, 18 years old, and he fell out of the truth, and he didn't even let us know he was doing it. He just up and just left it. We had to find out from our brother Laban Napash, right? I'm gonna show you him real quick. He's our fourth leading command in our camp. He the one that told us. He was like, hey, you know this individual's been gone for a whole month, right? I mean, from our chat a whole month ago. And I'm like, a whole month ago? I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. So I had to go and contact the brother, and I had a private conversation with the brother. The brother told me, you know, the things that he was going through. And he was going through the same similarities as the other brother that recently that happened to that brother. But that brother was on the brother that was in our camp. He was only 17, 18 years old. He just graduated from high school. That brother knew the scriptures. Again, he knew the scriptures very well. He knew how to break down Daniel 7. He knew the secular history. He knew all about the Darius and the Medes. He knew the Hebrew very well. That brother knew the scriptures very well. But what? He wind up falling out of the truth. We never did a rebuke on him. We didn't upload him and, oh, this is a demon here, and this brother, he fell out of truth, this and that. We didn't do that. Because we don't know. The Lord might put the spirit on this brother to come back to the truth. Brother might come back way more better than he was in the truth. We don't know. So we got to learn, and that's the thing I learned. We got to learn to be merciful among brothers, man. We got to learn to be merciful among brothers, man. At the end of the day, we are all working out our salvation. We are no better than no man. I'm not better than no man. I'm a man in the flesh, just like any brother out here. We're all carnal, corruptible, right? That's why we got to go from corruptible to incorruptible. Right? First Corinthians 15 says that. We go from corruptible to incorruptible. We go from mortal, which means death, to immortal. So we know that these things are going to come for us in the future. In the future, Lord willing, when YAHAWASHI comes back, and Lord willing, we are the elect, we're going to be perfect, man. But right now, in these shitty ass bodies that we're in, and these horrible ass afflictions that we're going through, we gotta prep ourselves up, man, and learn to be more humble, man, more merciful, right? This is Romans 15:2. It says, let every one of us, let every one of us please his neighbor, right? For his good to edification. You see that? So we got to be more charitable. It's another precept too I'm thinking about, and I can't think of it off the top of the head, but it says bear another brother's burdens or neighbor's burdens. So you're supposed to mostly uplift a brother, man. Not freaking persecute him and humiliate him. You know, you don't know what brothers is going through. This is the brother Fisher turned Hunter of 1 Corinthians 13:4. It says, charity suffereth long and is kind. It says, charity, right, envieth not. It says, charity vaineth not itself, is not puffed up. You see that? So you got to learn to be charitable. We got to learn to be charitable for brethren, man. You know? But that's the thing. You got individuals that's they're quick to exploit a brother. Oh, look at this brother. He did this. He did that. You got individuals that's quickly to exploit a brother. But that brother, I'm not gonna mention his name. That brother, what happened to him in this situation of him going through what he went through, that was not your business to do. It was not your business to do. It was not your business to do, man. And I'm just saying in general, even for myself, it is not the business to do. Especially if an individual was in GMS, we're offshoot. So who the fuck are we? We know, yes, we're GMS in the spirit. But who the fuck are we to go and do a rebuke on an individual that was literally in GMS? You're not in GMS. You're not in GMS. So who are you to go and do a rebuke on an individual? You're not even. I'm just saying in general. You're not examining yourself. And you let them do that. You know, that's those brothers. That's their camp. Let them do that. That's not your job to do that. That's not your job to do that. You know, and it's not even your business to even do that anyway. Because at the end of the day, you're not the Lord. You are a man in the flesh. Now, if a brother's going off on doctrine, yes. If an individual is doing something that's not righteous, that's not righteous. Literally, like he's going off on doctrine, he's doing something. You see him maybe smoking weed or doing something like that, being carnal, you know, or being a total demon off camera, and you get note of that, and you see it and all that, and then okay. But if he ain't doing any of those things, the brother, you know, he didn't give nobody no hard time or nothing. Who are you to go and rebuke a brother? Just doing all that. That's not how you do things. James 4:6. It says, but he giveth more grace, wherefore he saith, It says, Yahweh resisted the proud. You see? Beautiful. Malak Amuan. It says, the Most High resisted the proud, but he giveth grace unto the humble. And that's who the Lord is dealing with. He's dealing with the humble. He don't deal with the proud. The proud. That's why you don't want to get puffed up in knowledge. You don't want to get prideful in this truth. Because pride can have you fall out. Discourse can have you fall out. You don't want to be doing that. Same brother, James 4:7. Submit yourselves therefore to Yahweh, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. That's a beautiful precept, man. Right? James 4:8, draw nigh to Yahweh, right? And he will draw nigh to you. It says, cleanse your hands, your sins, and purify your hearts. Yet ye double-minded. And that's another thing. That goes to double-minded too. You don't want to be double-minded. Because I had that situation with an individual being double-minded, man. Right? Same brother, Malak, I'm on James 4:9. It says, be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning, right? And your joy to heaviness, right? Because we go through a lot. This example, we go through a lot in this truth. We go through a lot of different situations and things like that. But exploiting individuals, condemning brothers, you just up and just do a video, and then after a brother, talk to you and then correct you, you want to go and talk back to them. Then you want to do rebuking lessons on them. That is not how you do things. That is not in order. You want to go and do rebuke on them, then you rebuking them, then you rebuking them. You do a whole lot of videos rebuking them. You getting caught up in pride and discourse. That is not a good example to be in. I'm speaking for me first and foremost. I'm not directing this to you. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. Me too. I am no better than no man. Causing discourse, right? Causing discourse and pride is a bad thing. It's a bad thing for us individuals. That's why it's called self-examining, man. Self-examining. And Salaki, I'm gonna wrap up for here because I gotta go ahead out and do this. But I just want to do this lesson because it was heavy on my spirit this morning when that elder did that lesson, man. And shalom to the brother Shapal the 12. You shared that video. I watched that video. We gotta learn about being merciful, man. We gotta learn about being merciful. Because hey, at the end of the day, we're men of the Lord, yeah, but we in these carnal flesh. We go off too. All right, we go off too. It's a thing of being merciful. But quickly going and exploiting the individual, right? You just quickly exploit an individual and just saying, oh, this guy just fell out, he's this, he's that. You don't have no right of doing that, man. Because hey, you don't know, you condemning this brother about him falling out, and you can be that individual to fall out. You don't know that. The Lord can probably have you fall. He can put the spirit on you to be another individual to fall out. You don't know that. You just want to be mindful of those things, man. We are all walking on eggshells, including myself. So I'm gonna wrap it up with that and give all praise and honors and glories to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, QADASH, and double honors to yours, the apostles of great millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. And shalom to you, sincere brothers scattered abroad, pushing forth this word of truth and sincerity. I am the brother Mashiach, RACHAA, from the servants of YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI camp, Las Vegas, Nevada branch. And Lord, when this lesson was edifying, and shalom, beloved big bro Shapah, the water for the chat, the conversation we had, and also to that video, because that edified me too. That edified me too, man. That lets you know there, like that's something that we got to be mindful for, man. Then quickly to just be, oh, this do that. No, man, we got to be mindful. We are no better than the next man. We are all men of clay, and we consistently sin. You could be breaking a law and you don't even notice it, and you could be breaking it. So we got to be merciful. We got to be merciful, and we got to be mindful. We got to be mindful and circumspect of what we do ourselves. Because we're no better than no man. None of us are. This beloved brother, finishing up, he said, some brothers be trying to get cool points and move up to the wrong way and not cool. Yeah. I've seen that happen since I've been in this truth lately. Since I've been in this truth, I've seen a lot of individuals do this thing. And what wind up happening to them? They either wind up falling out or they wind up be putting up as an example. They wind up get put up as an example. You had an individual, like I said, I ain't mentioning no names. You had individuals that were doing that. They were quickly to do these rebukes and quickly do these things out of order. I'm talking about out of order rebuke. What recently happened not too long ago, right? The brother Shapar the 12 know what that individual did. He's going to get put up as an example now because of the actions that he did. And he shouldn't have did that shit. There's a way to do things. Now you're getting put up as your actions can get you put up as an example. Yes, it can get you put up as an example in the truth. You want to be mindful of that. So I'm in there with that. Lord willing, that's what's edifying. Hey, till next time I say shalom. And shalom to all the elders, the big bros, and all you brothers that tuned in, even to you, brother. And shalom.